Right now, your brain is a fraction of a second of reality, predicting the exact word I'm about to say. Most people assume the mind operates like a passive camera. We imagine the world happens outside of us, our senses collect the data, and the brain processes the footage. Modern neuroscience rejects this model. Perception is the brain's actively constructed best guess of the outside world. You've likely navigated your home in total darkness, stepping over rugs and turning corners without a single light on. The shock only comes when you suddenly crash into a dining chair that was moved a few inches. In this diagram, the glowing outline represents the predicted location of the chair, stored in your internal map. The salad shape is where the chair actually sits. The pain of the collision is a failure of this internal spatial map. This everyday mistake shows that your physical experience is dictated by internal expectation rather than external reality. This mechanism is a relic of survival. Consider an early human hearing a sudden rustle in the tall grass. Identifying whether that noise is the wind or a predator requires time to gather and analyze sensory data. Natural selection favored ancestors who guessed quickly. Those who predicted danger and ran immediately survived more often than those who waited for perfect information. Our modern brains are the result of this trade-off, functioning as survival-driven engines that prioritize speed over absolute accuracy. This priority on speed creates visual glitches. Look at these fragmented lines. Your brain completes these shapes automatically, filling missing data. This same mechanism triggers physical reactions. A text reading, "We need to talk," provides almost no data, yet it instantly spikes your heart rate. When data is vague, an anxious brain generates a threat simulation. The body then launches a stress response to a predicted future that hasn't happened. This also explains the mechanics of joy. Music and humor rely on the brain predicting a pattern and then having that expectation subverted in a way that the system finds rewarding. These physical and emotional reactions occur because the brain is constantly checking sensory input against its own internal simulations. This predictive process also shapes how we recall the past. Most of us view memory as a stable archive, similar to a video file. In reality, memory is a generative process. As shown in these data blocks, the brain stores fragments of an event and fills the gaps with new information every time the memory is accessed. This is why eyewitness testimony is often unreliable, and why two people can remember the same childhood event in contradictory ways. Because the brain builds the past using current context to fill the blanks, our personal history is a subjective construction. Since the brain relies on these internal models to navigate the world, much of our daily life is governed by unconscious expectations. If you expect rejection or failure, your brain becomes hyper-focused on confirming evidence. A neutral expression or a short email is filtered to match the negative prediction. The brain maintains these patterns to save energy. Familiar predictions, even painful ones, require less cognitive effort than processing a completely unknown outcome. This biological preference for certainty can keep us stuck in repetitive behaviors because the system values a predictable result over an unpredictable one. However, because the brain functions as a prediction engine, these internal models can be updated. Learning occurs through a prediction error. When your expected path diverges from what actually happens, a feedback loop updates the internal model. This divergence triggers neuroplasticity. The friction of an unexpected outcome provides data to rewrite the neural path. By repeatedly exposing the system to safe, new outcomes, the brain slowly recalibrates its expectations. This recalibration means that new experiences can physically alter your brain's internal map, leading to a different set of expectations for the future.